Hey, what's going on? Jaimi Alexander here, host of Just Jaimi. So you guys know I love to be in the mix and it's always great to meet new people. I want to introduce you to some guys who are really big on the scene and have the social app that is going to revolutionize the way we get together. So join us, listen in while we chat the journey, opposition, energy, and intuition.
She's here to shine a light, meet new peeps, touching lives, create community.
Your passion set on fire, energy sends you higher.
Dreams are reality.
Just Jaimi.
Y'all, what up? So I'm with two guys that I met through Lauren Brown. Thanks, Lauren. And shout out to Lauren. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So I'm really excited about these two. So introduce us, tell us your names, who you are, and what you do.
Yeah, my name is Josh Spikes. I'm 24 years old, and I'm the CEO of BNGO.
My name is Glenn Martin. I'm 23 years old. I'm the CEO of BNGO.
All right, now before we get into exactly what BNGO is, tell me like a little bit about yourself. How did you guys meet, first of all?
So I'll let Glenn start it off by explaining.
So 2 years ago, in Wisconsin, Madison, that's where we went to school. We were living in a basement with musical artists, producers, drug dealers, whatever you wanted, we had in our basement. Not meant to be living down here, this is just temporary. We're meant to do big things. And this was 2 years ago. And Spike was like, I hope you're right. He's like, this sucks.
Right.
So yeah, at that time, like I really didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with my life, and I was going to school part-time, and I was working 3 jobs. One of those jobs was Delta Airlines, where I had to be up at like 4 in the morning and work in the freezing cold, like negative 40 degrees, and I was using that blessing to be able to travel around the world and try to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. And on my journeys back, I really was starting to get down because I started to see what the world looked like, and I just really didn't know what I was going to end up doing. So I kind of locked myself away for like a week and really didn't talk to anybody. Yeah, after that week, I kind of just came out, and I ended up coming up with the idea of exactly how BNGO could be like a profitable business. And the first person that I went to was Glenn.
I hadn't seen Spikes in like 7-8 days. He comes to my room after he's been in hibernation, and he's like, Glenn, I got it. I'm like, you got what? What have you even been doing? He comes out, he's like, an app. It's a social promotional discovery app. We're gonna set it up like this, and that, and all these things. I'm like, dude, it's a brilliant idea. I'm on board, let's do it. He goes off to Seattle. I moved to another spot in Madison, just in my last year of college. I started saying, I'm not happy being in Madison where I'm at. It's too small, and what am I about to do with my life? And I started plotting, hey, I'm gonna go to LA. My whole life I've had a calling to come to LA, I don't know why. I told my parents I'm going to LA, they said, what are you gonna do there? I said, I don't know. But for some reason, I'm gonna go to LA and do big stuff, and I don't know what it is, where it's gonna come from, but it's coming. My dad moved me out to LA, gave me first month of rent, $800, and said, make it happen, figure it out. And that was that. Yeah. Meanwhile, Spikes is
in Seattle. And during my time in Seattle, I was setting up life, and I had a place downtown Seattle. I had a relationship. I had a full-time job where I was getting like promotions, and really like out of nowhere, everything just went bad. My job ended up not promoting me to the position that they said that I would be given. My relationship wasn't going the way that I thought it would go. Sadly, my great-grandfather ended up passing away. Everything hit rock bottom, and I really didn't know exactly what I was gonna do. Because I worked for Delta, I had one last flight. So I had a choice. Either I could like stay in Seattle and make it work, I could come out to LA with Glenn, or I could fly out to Germany where my best friend plays professional basketball, who also is the co-founder of the app, and like really give this everything I had. And after talking to Glenn, he said, you know what, you've done enough like work-wise, just go and let's give this application all we have. And I took that last flight and I went out to Germany. And throughout that time, we had many different battles, communicating with different graphic designers and working with different like IT development teams, and just really trying to get this thing to where it is right now. And I'm very blessed that we survived throughout those 9 months, like fighting German government and just like actually fighting to stay there to really give this dream everything we had. Glenn literally like not taking opportunities to work for a huge company like CBS. He gave up everything, gave up like his living situations. After completing a prototype and getting the full business idea, I relocated out to LA, and now we're together and we're ready to do this.
And here you are.
Yeah.
So I like what you said about how much opposition you were facing, especially when you were before you moved to Germany.
Yeah.
Like everything was falling apart, things weren't working. How do you feel like that was part of your story to push you in the proper direction to be able to get this app done and link with him at timing? Tell me a little bit about opposition and timing.
Definitely. Oh my God. From all my research and just my life situation, I think timing is number one. Like everything comes down to timing. And I think all the hardships, if none of those happened, I truly know I wouldn't be here right now because I mean, I had a great job. I had unlimited free flights. I had a good life, lived downtown Seattle, making good money. I really would have just chilled and relaxed and just like kind of rode that wave out. But because of these struggles, because of all the things that pushed us, it really made this product what it could be. You know, even with Glenn, I think you would agree that.
Yeah, I mean, I told him I was gonna see him again in 2 years. I was like, so he really didn't have an option. I was like, you know, we're gonna be working together in 2 years. And in my mind, if I say something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen because it has to happen. I don't feel these ways for any reason. I feel like there's a reason behind everything. We were in that basement sweeping. I told him we're gonna do big things. We're gonna create something together. I believed it, and 2 years later, we have a prototype of an app coming out, and we're at the doors of venture capitalist companies meeting with millionaires, billionaires.
For sure.
Tell me about the importance of following your intuition. Like, tell me about intuition and belief and how that played a huge part in your success in this journey.
Oh my gosh, I think the person who has the most like intuition and belief is the CEO, as well as the co-founder who is in Germany. He plays professional basketball. I mean, when he was 18 years old, he completely believed in his talent and believed that what he could do would allow him to get paid for it. My intuition, I don't know, I've always been like shaky. Everyone always believes in me more than myself, I would have to say. But recently, after seeing all the opportunities we've come across and just like really believing that I know that this product can work, I've seen the blessing that it brings. So.
Yeah. I'm really a faith-based person. Faith without works is dead. So I believe if I have faith in something, I have to get moving on it. And every time I've ever believed in something and got moving on that initial belief and faith, things have come to pass and have worked. And I still live my life on that. And now Spikes, after being with me this past week and seeing, whoa, like we just step outside and people come to us, hey, you have good energy. I think you're on your path. This is great. I hope good things come to you. And the opportunities that are just coming to us without us trying is, you wouldn't believe the story if we told you.
Speaking of, like, I couldn't believe the story. Like, some of the stuff y'all tell me, I'm very big on faith and intuition and belief and things like that, because everything from your core stems there, and it is energy in the world, and people see it and things come back. You guys even told me, you guys have a couple of good stories. Tell me about how you got Ebony Gala and then even the venture capitalist that you met yesterday. Tell us a little bit about that story and how that went.
You want to do the Ebony Gala?
Yeah, definitely. Arrived in LA on a Monday night. After arriving, I just went to sleep, and we woke up the next day and right away started making a lot of moves. Shortly after that, Glenn's uncle contacted us, who always kind of had an interest in the application and investing, and said, I'm at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. You guys should come through. I don't know exactly what's going on tonight, but I think there's like an event happening. So we just take the opportunities is pretty much what the moral of the story is. After getting there, Glenn's cousin also was there, who works for Johnson Publishing Company, who's like the publishing company of Ebony. And he told us like, hey, I really like your idea. I like your guys' passion. You guys are both entrepreneurs. You're driven. I can't personally get you guys into this event, but I can tell you right now that there's plenty of connections downtown that you guys really need. And you guys are entrepreneurs and you need to make it happen. So Glenn and I decided to drive 40 minutes and go change our clothes and come back and just take an opportunity. And literally we just walked right in. Yeah. And that's how we ended up meeting Lauren Brown, who was the person who connected us to Jaimi, as well as so many other connections who've been like so nice to help us throughout this journey.
Yesterday, me and Spikes are like, hey, you know, we need to make money faster. Look, there's about 50 venture capitalist companies in LA. You should be able to at least seal 5. So I start researching them. One specifically stands out to me. Spikes, this is the one. I like their vibe. I like everything about them, like their videos, who they are, how they help others, how they invest in big ideas. We should go there. you know, me, I naturally am like, this is it. And there's no other option. We go to Santa Monica, and Spike's is like, oh, hold up. Why don't we just like make a list of our top 10?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I can roll with that. They'll be around. They're not going anywhere. So on the way to make our list, we walk past an art gallery, and we walk in, and Spikes asked the art gallery, hey, how do you promote your events? And she said, oh, through email blast and through flyers. But they don't really help that much, and the place is empty, and it's beautiful art.
Beautiful art.
So we're like, look, we're making a social platform to help people socialize more and connect socially, and promote their small businesses and events, and connect on that level as well. So after this happened, Spice is like, we just basically made a sale and got a business on board. So he's like, you know what? Forget it. Let's just go now. Let's just go to this venture capitalist company right now. He's like, look it up, Glenn. I look it up. It's 2 minutes away walking. I'm like, see, we gotta go. It's meant to be. We're walking. We happen to get there, and a partner of the firm is there. And while he's walking in, he just lets us in with him. So, you know, Spikes is a very outgoing person. He just starts talking to him, and what do you do? And this and that. He's talking to us. We end up waiting, and the founder, CEO of the whole venture capitalist company, walks upstairs to us and is like, hey, Mike, how you doing? Talking to that guy. And he sees us too. He's like, what are you two doing here? And we're like, we're here to talk to someone. We have a great idea. We have an app. And he's like, so you just show up, no appointment. And we're like, yes, yes we do.
Yeah.
So then he's just like, okay, come on in. So he invites us in. We're like, he's like, have a seat. They're offering us snacks and drinks. And we're like, oh, we're good. He also invites his vice president as well to hear what we have to say. So it's the CEO, vice president. It's our first meeting. No application submitted, nothing. So Spice starts to pitch it, tell them the app. They're like, whoa, that sounds pretty good. You guys know your stuff. Vice president interrupts and stops and like, wait, how did you guys get in here? This is a secured building. CEO steps in, it doesn't matter. They got in. That's what matters. So the vice president's like, okay, I'm done. He's like, here's my card. Email me your executive summary and your pitch. I'm gonna read it over and I'll be in contact.
Love it. Now, how do you think that your energy and your vibe created the space for that to even happen? Because that's magical.
For sure.
And you know, when you're on a journey like this, it's really important to pay attention to those things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think energy is number one, definitely. Like after this huge journey of life, that's my belief now. Energy is everything. Like yesterday, like we had a dispute in the company. We had a couple things to discuss, and I was putting like a lot of not negative energy, but it was just like exhausting energy towards the situation. When personally, I didn't have the time or energy to put towards that in that type of way. And I saw how yesterday it affected me. After that amazing opportunity, I was completely drained. And that goes on for everything. You know, if there's any negative like essence around the team, the company, the idea, that's what's gonna be broadcasted. So I really believe that energy is everything. And I just try to have a positive vibe and smile and just bring nothing but positivity to anybody in our team around us.
I like to take energy as an opportunity when there's a very positive atmosphere and the energy is all positive and uplifting. I want to hop on that wave and ride it and see where it takes me because it's only going to take me somewhere good. And Spike's just getting into this. He actually initiated it yesterday. He's the one who was like, Glenn, we just made a sale. The energy's good. Let's go to this venture capitalist company.
For sure.
And I'm like, you already know I'm down. Let's go.
And that's when it sealed it for us. It's like energy is what we're going to continue to play off of.
Good. I love that. Some people have, you know, a misconception because we're talking about energy and good things. But what do you guys do when bad things happen or, you know, things aren't going your way or you're not sure? I know we talked a little bit about the struggles you had before things launched, but tell me how you deal with that and what that means to being an entrepreneur.
I think that's a great question, and I think that handling bad energy is, like I said, so good energy is everything, and handling bad energy is also everything. So how you take the bad and make it a good will dictate where you end up in life, in my opinion. I mean, we've had so many bumps in the road. Like I said, we have graphic designers who like let us down when we had huge investment meetings, and I decided to put everything into my hands and like decide, instead of just to give up on life, I actually was working 12 to 16-hour days programming the prototype with the co-founder. So taking any negative and making it a positive, I think that's actually will tell you where you end up in life. If you take a negative and just decide to accept it, that's where you end up, is on the bottom. If you decide to take a negative and make it a positive, that's when you can end up on the top.
I try to take another approach. If I realize that something negative is affecting me, I try to realize it immediately and just, only think about the positive and what I do have and what's going good for me. Other than that, most negativity, not many things make me upset anyway. And I've gotten to that point just through my life growing up on the south side of Chicago. Just if I let everything I've seen affect me, I wouldn't be where I was now. So I'm pretty much at the point where if you got negative energy, I really don't have time for it. Like, I got money to get, I have a company to run. I don't have time. Go somewhere, move around. So that's just, I'm just neglecting negative energy. Like, it's like rebounding off me, like, get off me.
And our CFO has like a certain thing that he always does while he walks around. He's always like karate chopping the air.
Like he's karate chopping the air. Like,
and that's what he's doing. He does like, not.
I don't deal with no
negativity around him, and I really respect that.
We talked about a little bit of the journey, how you guys function with things, how you met. Tell us about the app. Like, break it down and tell us how this app is going to be beneficial and why we need to be excited about it.
No, definitely you should be excited about the application. But it's a social discovery and promotional platform. And what that means is that we allow individuals as well as businesses to promote any activity, maybe an event, an art event, maybe even eating, maybe even they just want to socialize with individuals, and they can promote that directly to other individuals who have that interest. It's a one-stop shop that allows you to discover any of these activities in the same format. So a lot of people say, okay, well, how is that different than like a Yelp, or how is that different than any other application that brings events or activities to the market? And the biggest thing that I say is we're the first people to create a completely customized social environment. And that's huge, because not only do we supply you with this information of activity, but we created a social environment that allows you to find other people who are interested in activities and socialize with your friends and come up with activities to do together.
It gets very specific. To the point where no matter what your interest is, we've realized that there's another human out there who has that similar interest. Like, I like playing chess, and I'm new to LA. I don't know where to go play chess or who to play chess with. So on our app, an example is I can post an advertisement in the category games and say, hey, I'm Glenn Martin, I want to go play chess. Anyone else want to play chess? And just as in like a Tinder, it sends out who you are to people in whatever radius. You have the same option in bingo. So if I say I want to play chess, that'll go out to people in like a 5 to 10 mile radius, and then people will get back, hey, I want to play chess too. And then you can connect and match and confirm, hey, well, let's meet at Venice Beach. Well, let's meet here. Let's play a game. I see it as a friendship app. It's for people looking for friends.
And boredom, you always say.
And it's a cure for boredom. If you're bored, so many people on Instagram, I don't know what to do tonight, who's up? Someone is. Now, download our app, you'll find them.
You'll find that person, you'll find an activity to do with that person, and you'll find a location to do that activity with.
Very one-stop shop, whatever you need.
All right, so now that we learned about the app, tell us about some of the opportunities that you guys have available to be a part of the app, or, I know you said that you had investor meetings. How can we be a part of making it grow?
This journey, for sure. So if you ever want to contact me, you can find me pretty much on any social media at Josh Spikes, JoshSpikes, and you can communicate directly to me. If you're interested in creating events, if you're interested in actually making sales to businesses, or if you think that your ideas could actually pertain to what we're creating, then we want to be contacted, and we want to try to incorporate as many people as possible. And maybe even you have individuals who actually could help us. Right now we're in the seed round of our funding. We're looking for a maximum of 3.75, and with that money we will be able to completely develop our application. We'll be able to launch it to the market, and we'll be able to create events in places like New York, Chicago, Atlanta, LA, and Berlin.
You can contact me. My Instagram is Buck, BUCK_EST 1992. On Facebook, be free to follow me and message me. Glenn, GLENNE Martin. I'm always open to contact. If you have any experience in marketing, if you have promotions, clubs, if you just want to make new friends and bounce ideas off cool people, we're definitely open. So yeah,
Just like Just Jaimi.
just like Just Jaimi.
Yay. Oh, I thank you guys so much for spending the time to speak with me and
No,
to share
thank you.
this. And
Sure.
you guys that are watching and listening, you know, I'm always in the mix trying to find new things and connect you with things that I really feel are beneficial and that you should be connected with because, you know, this is very cool. We all need each other. Teamwork makes the dream work. And especially that this app is so much about friendship and meeting people and like-mindedness. Like, how much has that served you, you know, since you've been here, you know?
Sure.
You guys aren't even from here and you're walking into high-end Hollywood events
This is
with
true.
no names on the list, and y'all know how that goes out here. But, you know, so you have this grace and this beauty about what you guys are doing, and yeah, we all are wishing the best for you. So thank
so
you for
much.
sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I hope you learned something. I hope you were inspired. And don't forget to check out the app, BNGO, and keep up with the guys and find out how they're doing in a little bit.
Until then, keep blocking that negative energy. Big thank you to the Springs on Mateo for letting us shoot in your space. And what? This art? Get it, Harlem. Painting by Bua. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching Just Jaimi. See you next time.